and thank you for joining us in this session. I'm very excited to be standing in front of you today to introduce to you OpenText and what we call the new frontiers of information management. For over 30 years, OpenText has been at the forefront of innovation when it comes to managing information and data. And what I'm going to be sharing with you today is our latest innovations when it comes to AI, data management, and cybersecurity, and what it means to your organizations. But before I do that, let me share with you a typical day in my life. I usually wake up pretty early in the morning and I drive my kids to university. They go to the higher colleges of technology in Abu Dhabi. And one day, driving back to the office, I had a small accident, so I had to report it based on the Dubai Police app, obviously for insurance purposes. Upon arriving to the office and after a couple of meetings, I got some reminders that I needed to pay my mobile and DIWA apps, and I proceeded to do that based on the applications that DO and DIWA provide. And then I wanted to open a new bank account in the bank that I use today. So I proceeded to the FEB website and I started to use some of the services that they offer in order to open the type of account that I was looking for. And because I am the general manager of OpenText in the Middle East, I have the responsibility of making sure that our license is up to date. And I noticed that it was up for renewal. So I proceeded to do that using the Dubai Economy and Tourism website. A couple of hours later, I got a call from my wife that we had a problem in our home. We live in one of the Aldar properties. So I proceeded to use their app to be able to log a maintenance request. And finally, later on in the evening, I had to pack my bags and drive to the Abu Dhabi airport, where I had to take a business trip using Etihad Airways. Why am I sharing all of this with you? It's really because all of these things that I've done during that day were powered by OpenText. And these are some of the platforms and innovations that OpenText bring to the market that was able to power these organizations that you see here on the slide, to be able to power my day and a lot of other people's days. So whether it's Higher College of Technologies who use OpenText to be able to enhance their student learning experience, or Dubai Police who are protecting our roads by identifying obstacles and different accidents, DO and DIWA who are elevating the customer experience through the services that they're offering, and they are using OpenText to secure their critical infrastructure to ensure continuity of their services. FEB that is providing very personalized services to their customers based on their profile and their needs. Or the Dubai Economy and Tourism Department who are optimizing government services across government department, as well as Aldar, as I mentioned, who are creating lifetime value and creating really an exciting experience for the residents, either before or after sales. And finally, Etihad Airways and Abu Dhabi airports who are using OpenText to ensure that all of their operations are secure and that they are efficient in order to provide the best experience to their passengers. So before I talk about furthermore what OpenText does, let me share with you what we see as the current state of AI in the region. And this is based on a recent report commissioned by McKinsey, who have spoken to a lot of organizations around the world around their AI adoption in more than just one business function. And I see I think that the picture speaks for itself. The Gulf region and the Middle East region is really at the forefront of the adoption of AI technologies across the board. But if we drill down a little bit deeper and through the same report, these same organizations that have started to adopt AI are saying, for example, that they don't yet have the right mix of talent to be able to leverage AI. So there's a lot of requirement and need to bring on board the right individuals with the right mindset to really take AI to the next level inside these organizations. They're also saying that they're still lacking some of the infrastructure that would enable them to fully realize the value of AI. And at the same time, that there's still a lot of change management that needs to take place in order for AI use cases to be adopted, implemented, and scaled up. So what does this mean, and where does OpenText come into play? OpenText, as I mentioned, has been known for over 30 years as the leading information management vendor in the market. And today we are offering everything that we do as OpenText with an AI first mindset. So whether you are looking to manage private information like your financial data inside your ERP, your customer data, your IT operations, or your legal documents, for example, OpenText is able to manage end-to-end all of these different information types for you in a secure, governed manner, while embedding OpenText AI and what we call the Aviator into it, so that you take the experience of managing information to the next level. Same when you are dealing with information with your partners or your customers and vendors, which we call public information. And these could be your websites, your annual reports, news and media information that you're putting outside to the world. All of this can also still be managed by OpenText in a secure manner in order for you to have complete control over it. How do we do this? We do it through three different layers of technology. What we call business technology, which are basically the core services that we offer. And you can see them here. We talk about OpenText content for managing any type of documents and content inside your organization in conjunction with the business applications that are supporting your day-to-day business, like your ERP systems, your CRMs, your HR applications, and so on and so forth. OpenText Experience to be able to help you delight your customers and take their experience with the services and products that you are offering to the next level. OpenText Business Network to streamline the supply chain operation and the way that you're interacting with your partners and suppliers. OpenText Observability and Service Management to help you have complete control of your IT infrastructure, your cloud infrastructure, and be able to identify outages and help you to be able to scale with those infrastructure platforms that are supporting your business. OpenText Cybersecurity to ensure that all of your important assets are protected, that you are able to identify threats, that you're able to protect private information to be able to comply with regulations, as well as understand the identity of different individuals and applications that are accessing your information. And finally, OpenText DevOps that will help you to be able to streamline your software development lifecycle and be able to help you to understand how can you optimize the development effort for any new product and service that you're launching to the market. All of this is based on the OpenText Business Clouds that are allowing you today to optimize and to be able to adopt all of these capabilities on the OpenText Cloud in partnership with some of the leading hyperscalers in the region, such as Google GCP, Microsoft Azure, as well as AWS. And then there's a layer of business AI that comes on top that allows us to be able to embed artificial intelligence and generative AI into everything that we offer to you today as organizations, in order for you to have AI right out of the box and start using it without having to worry about the right use case to embed AI or to adopt AI inside your organization. So moving forward, how do we do this again, and where do we do it? We do it by understanding and supporting the business value that you provide to your either internal or external stakeholders. This could be human resources, so managing the hire to retire process and everything that has to do with talent management. Understanding from a sales and marketing standpoint, how do you support your customers and how do you sell new services to your customers, and how do you protect their privacy information or information. From a finance and operations, how do you make sure that all of your data is secure and that you are optimizing your operations by streamlining some of the business services that you have that are sitting outside of your ERP system, and embedding AI so that it helps you to make decisions. All of this helps us to be able to have a unified information management platform that allows you to leverage AI right out of the gate and be able to really embed it into everything that we do today as OpenText. And we do it also across industries. So we work with organizations in financial services, in the energy sector, public sector, retail, and so on and so forth. And we do that to be able to help them optimize and really drive their services to the next level, to be able to manage large data sets, have end-to-end governance and compliance to the regulations that they need to abide to be able to have a data strategy that will be secure, that will be integrated into their operation, and that will help them to unlock productivity of their business users in order to provide better services to their customers or citizens. So let's look at how OpenText can help you drive an AI service end-to-end in a more concrete manner. And let's talk about the different phases of launching an AI service. You could be a government organization looking at providing a new service for your constituents, or a retailer or private organization looking at providing new innovative services for your customers. Whatever the case may be, it starts with the moment that you start to develop that AI service. And here we talk about how OpenText can help the developer to streamline the software development lifecycle using OpenText DevOps and using a lot of the AI capabilities that we embed into it, so that you become first to market and that you have a quick go-to-market that helps you to beat competition. Next is how your customers will interact with that service and what is the experience that they're going to have. And here OpenText empowers the CX manager to provide a hyper-personalized experience that allow you to be able to retain customers and minimize churn. And then we support the knowledge worker to be able to collate all of the information and content that will be provided when a customer uses one of your services, and how does he ensure that this information is properly managed and is secure. Next is supporting the IT manager to ensure that the IT infrastructure that this AI service is provided through is reliable, scalable, and that it provides the right level of experience to the business users. Of course, we mustn't forget about security, and the cybersecurity manager or the CISO is one of the main stakeholders that we work with in order to ensure that customer information is secure and protected, and that it is compliant with the regulations of your industry. And finally, the data scientist, also a very important stakeholder in this process, uses OpenText to be able to analyze information and outcomes of the services that you are offering, to uncover trends and to ensure that you are achieving your SLAs. So every step of the way, while you are developing or launching an AI service, OpenText is here to support you, to be able to provide some of the solutions and platforms that we have today in our catalog, and that have AI embedded into it, so that you can streamline this process and ensure that the AI service that you're going to be launching gives you the results that you hope for. Now, let's look at an example. Let's take a concrete example of how we are doing this, and let's talk together about how can AI be embedded into a service, and how can it take this service to the next level. And this is an example of a municipality that is offering an AI service as part of its website. And this is a very simple example of a constituent living in this area, and this person is looking to build a new house or a new home based on a particular plot of land that they own. So obviously, based on the understanding of who I am, while I'm interacting with OpenText Aviator using normal English, I can start to ask for that request, and the system will identify the plots that I own, asks me to select which plot I would like to start building the new home on, and start to take this process to the next step. The next step is, after having selected the right plot, it now asks me to provide some documents like the title deed, architectural design, the civil defense drawings, and so on and so forth. And it provides me with the capability of being able to upload those documents directly here in the chat, so that it starts to take the document, scan it and understand its content, and be able to, using OpenText capabilities, understand the information that is within this document, and start to proceed with the next step of the process. So having uploaded all of the content that is required for this particular request, it gives me back a request ID so that I can follow up on the resolution of my case. And also it takes that request or this service to the next level by recommending for me a set of contractors that are approved by the municipality, and that I can start to communicate with to contract for their services. So it gives me a few options of contractors that are approved by the municipality. I can see the rating, I can see the number of projects that they have delivered in that particular area, and I can start to select one of them to start to ask for their services. As a next level, what the OpenText Aviator does, is that it provides me with the option of creating a draft agreement, draft template for an agreement with this particular contractor that I can now download, open, and I can now start to draft in order for me to start to get into a contractual agreement with this contractor. So you see here, this is a template that is provided by the municipality. I can start to edit it to put in my plot number, the location of the plot, what are the services that I'm asking this contractor to do, and review the terms and conditions of this agreement. And then as a final step, the OpenText Aviator can also have access to a lot of data that is stored into the OpenText Analytics platform. So here it provides me with the option of looking at some statistics out of the data that it has access to give me a view of the cost of developing or building a new home in this particular area over the last 3 years. So it gives me back, again, all within the chat, a graphical report of the different types of buildings that have been built on a similar plot of land over a period of 3 years, so that I can see the fluctuation of the cost over that period. So this was a very simple example of how OpenText today powers an AI service, and where someone can interact with that AI service very, very simply using English language, and without really having to go through any human interaction. So now this is your turn. You can now sign up to try OpenText Aviator by scanning this QR code. You will receive your own OpenText Aviator workspace where you can upload your own content and start to have the system getting trained on it, so that you can ask it questions and interact with it. It's available for you free of charge for 30 days. So I hope that everybody can scan this QR code and start to take advantage of this opportunity and offer that we are providing to everyone in the room today. But there's a lot more that we can talk about. So I invite you all to visit us in Hall 7, booth number 30, to take this conversation to the next level and to talk more about what OpenText can do for you. Thank you all and have a great day.